Hi, I'm Kevon Owen. This is Shawn Maguire. He's with New Visions.
New visions.
New Vision. That's not it. Can I get a redo?
Yeah. Do it again.
Do it again.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Kevon Owen, and this is Shawn Maguire. He's with New Vision Counseling. I'm with Owen Clinic, and one thing that comes up in counseling a lot is, well, people mess up sometimes, and it is urgent that we understand, A, that sometimes a redo is a good thing, and B, that we're a little graceful when people need a second go at things.
You know, I noticed that in my own marriage. You know, I don't know about you, but a lot of my counseling, it did come from books at first. But when I got married over 2 decades, we're leaning into now, I've discovered a lot of really effective and non-effective ways to be married. And one of them that is so great for us is a redo. This is when one of us says something that just hits the other person wrong. And it's not blaming the other when somebody says a redo. It's not an incrimination of you're dumb, you're not smart, you did something wrong. And it's simply something that we've agreed to as a couple that we're gonna redo it. So if I say a redo, that means if you said, hey, let's go do this, or you need to show up this way, or you ask something of me, you don't argue about it. You just think about what you said and you redo it in a way that's kind and compassionate. That's one of the ways that we do it. And I think that's also a trance break, because we can get in these trances of anger, trances of intensity. You know, my daughter said, she would call me the general. It was one of our chance breaks, and she's such a great personality at Berkeley. And she would say, all right, general, and that would let me know that I am being more directive, just too intense for a good family home life, and that I'm not on the battlefield right now. There is no war going on, although it may feel like war at times, but nobody's life is currently in danger. And so I just need to chill out and be a dad or a husband and not a general. So I like the word redo. It's one of our staples in our house, and it really does help us to calibrate quickly instead of arguing over, well, I didn't say that this way. Well, yes, you did. Well, that's not what I meant. Instead of doing all of that, which then escalates the situation, my blood goes up, your blood goes up, we just redo it and we start from a better position. Because oftentimes, your boy John Gottman, the mad scientist researcher, would say that, I don't know, what's the percentage? Like 80%, 85% of the way a conversation starts will determine how it ends. So if it starts hot, it's gonna end hot. If it starts calm and cool, well, there's a great chance it could end calm and cool. So redo, it's a great way to recalibrate.
Yeah, I'm a doctor, and I have all sorts of papers on my wall, and you could come look at them and you'd be really impressed. And what I'm going to tell you is, generally speaking, myself included, sometimes guys are dumb, and it's not just narrowed down to guys. Sometimes we say things differently than we mean things. Sometimes we get going faster or more emotionally charged. Going to those places where we go, okay, wait a minute, that is not what I meant. That's not what I wanted to say or how I wanted to say it. Can be huge. And whenever someone comes to you and they say, or in the middle of a conversation or a setting, and they call for that redo, sometimes they do that because they're reading the scene. They're reading your responses and your expressions, and they see hurt, and they don't want to do that. That is a fantastic, graceful move on their part, and is an opportunity for you in a conversation, in a friendship, in a marriage, in a parenting situation, for you to accept that opportunity to say things in a way that are trying to preserve the integrity of the relationship and your feelings and where you want it to go.
You know, and I think that's so good, because we can get so caught up in being right about, well, I didn't mean that. That's not what I meant. And there's so much toxicity that comes out of those kind of interactions. When you stand on a hill that's not worth fighting for,
No.
the death, the cost, it's even overwhelmingly more frustrating, because you're fighting for something that really in the end doesn't matter. If I said something to hurt my kids or my wife or a friend, do I really want to argue with them that they're wrong and being hurt? Or would my time, emotions, and energy be better invested in making it right as best as I can? And you know something else? I can call my own redo. Hey, you know what? I think I said that, and I said that in a way that hurt you or had a negative impact. Can I just get a redo? And you know what really lets us know if we have offended or upset somebody? This right here, your face. This right here, your face. This right here, your face. Your facial expressions, they say in their body language, are some of the most honest forms of communication because it just comes out of how we affect people. And so I would encourage you to pivot from a position of defending your whatever that is that's not allowing you to be humble, to apologize, or to redo it in a way that can be received by the person, and focus on your goal, which is loving, encouraging, inspiring, connecting in a way that builds instead of tears down.
Very few of us are experts in the field of interpersonal communication, and maybe you need a little help. Feel free to call me over at the Owen Clinic or New Visions over here. We'd love to help.
Redo. So I'll say New Vision Counseling and Consulting and the Owen, no
Owen
S.
Clinic.
Owen Clinic.
Oh, that's way
Is that better? Yeah. See you guys.